Welcome to our talk show. Before we begin, we would like to make a disclaimer that everything mentioned in this show comes from personal experiences and opinions. We may refer to biblical references and teachings from the man of God, Prophet Philip Banda, but these are also subject to personal interpretation. Our goal is to share our perspectives and experiences, and we encourage our viewers to seek guidance and counsel from trusted sources before making any significant decisions in their lives. Furthermore, the views expressed in this show may not represent the views of Impact for Christ Ministries. We acknowledge that everyone has their own unique journey and circumstances, and what may have worked for us may not necessarily apply to others.
Hello everyone and welcome back to today's live youth talk show. My name is Ruben, and on the other side we have Gabriel, and in the middle we have
the beautiful. I know I wanted to say that.
I wasn't going to say that because
Okay,
I don't lie. I only
What happened to Reese, bro? What happened to being a gentleman?
Riz is truthful. I don't lie. I speak truth. But here we have the very basic Nomatandaza.
I'm gonna take that. Nomtandazo is good. Yeah.
Yeah. Either way,
Look at his smile.
Siyatandaza.
Satandaza. That's the whole point. Satandaza.
Yeah, Siyatandaza. How are you guys today?
Hey, bro. It was a very long day for me, but I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good too.
You're good.
Yeah.
You didn't have a long day.
Not really, no.
Yeah, only beautiful people have long days, but yeah, that's why I had a long day as well.
Yeah, we are beautiful.
Yeah.
You're so beautiful.
Thank you so much. Anyway, let's jump straight into it. As you can see by the title, today we're talking about, the title is Serving Makes You Cool. And that's straight up fact. Serving does make you cool. Like, if you don't serve, we're basically saying you're not cool. No, I said what I said and I'm standing on what I'm saying. Serving makes you cool. So yeah, today we'll be talking about serving in the house of God, giving your skills, your talents to the house of God, to God. And yeah, just to jump into things, what does serving mean to you guys? Oh, and also give a brief description of what you do in terms of serving, if you want.
Ladies first.
Okay, so for me, serving means using my time to lend a hand in the house of God, basically, right? Okay, from a house of God perspective, from a church perspective, right? And what I do in the church, I serve in communication. So basically, we hold the mic, we read the Bible, we do tell your neighbor for the prophet, we do the testimonies. Okay, well, we help with the testimonies and then, all of that. And that's what I do. What about
No,
you?
you don't have to change your voice so that they can realize that voice that always plays in the background. Because now I think the way she's talking, like, you wouldn't think that's her now.
This is the real voice. This one.
We know the voice. When we hear the
That
voice,
one
we know,
is a mic
that's
voice,
the
guys.
voice that always hear in the background. So now that
No,
she's
that one
changing.
is a mic voice, guys. This one is the real one.
Wow.
Hey, now we know, bro.
Hey,
There's
yeah.
Mike voice, there's Reese voice, there's voice to, get them in TV.
Hey, bro.
Bro, this girl will finish us all. But anyways, for me serving is just me putting out my time, my efforts, I almost said body, but that was sound. Yeah. I mean, my body as well. Like putting it out there for use in a godly way. That sounds like it was sound wrong. Like putting myself out there for me to be used in church
God's
perspective.
house, yeah.
Exactly. So, and what I do is, I almost said I catch
You
people, but
you
I
don't catch people. You know, bro, I saw you playing UFC the other Sunday. You
What is
were
UFC?
you were submitting someone up headlock.
By air.
No, no, that was not. Let's say that was Holy Spirit, maybe. No, man. But I mean, Asha, and Asha's there direct people to seat. Oh, and as well, I'm like in the hospitality part. The
Hospitality as in cooking.
Well, I cook coffee for people and do those nice art.
Cook.
Oh.
Cook coffee.
Well, you said cooking. But you know what I'm doing, but you're saying cooking. You're trying to be funny.
No, I'm not trying to be funny. Like you said cooking coffee.
No, I said hospitality and then you're like, isn't cooking. I'm
No,
like,
wait.
bro,
What is hospitality? Isn't hospitality like
hospitality is like...
unless I'm
Okay. She's Leonard. What is hospitality?
Hospitality entails cooking as well,
It does.
but
what is
it's not entirely just
exactly
cooking.
Yeah.
It's got to do with taking care of that area, man.
the
Anyways,
Catering
not the hospital, my
people.
guy. Taking care of people, catering, basically. Yes,
Yeah.
that's the one.
Oh, okay.
In terms of food and etc. But yeah, so you catch people.
Guy, I'm ushering. Catching was a joke. I'm ushering. I mean, that would sound wrong. What do you do for serving? I catch people. That's like, what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, it does make sense.
No,
You
I'm
catch
ushering.
people.
I'm ushering. If that's part of it, then sure. How about you, Ruben? What is serving to you, and what do you do in terms of serving?
Serving to me means.
Oh, sorry. One last thing. This here is me serving. Continue.
Oh.
I knew you were going to say that. That's why I had to take it from you, because it will sound very nice. But yes, Ruben.
It's still gonna sound better coming from me because it's not gonna come out rash. But serving to me is basically making yourself available to be used in God's house. Like you said, giving your body, but in a godly way. That's what you said. Yeah, giving your body, giving your time, most importantly, giving your time, and just making yourself available and helping where you can. In God's house. And for me, when I think of serving, I also think of Psalm 84 verse 10, which reads, actually, please read for us Psalm 84 verse 10.
Please use that voice that you used to read. Don't try to dribble us here.
My
We know you, bro.
word, what is going on? Which voice?
Oh, let's do like this. Reader, please.
Reader, please. Psalm 84 verse 10. And they're quick.
Bro, today I don't know why she's missing it.
Guys, please.
She wasn't
expecting,
read.
Yeah.
Must I use the message?
Yeah, the message
Okay,
sounds
no,
good.
let's
The message
use
is
let's
good.
use NKJV because I think it
She's
will
telling
deliver
us.
the message better.
Okay.
For a day in your courts is better than 1,000. I would rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than dwell in the tent of wickedness. That's
Exactly.
pretty dope, bro.
Exactly. So when I think
Which
of
one was that?
Psalm 84 verse
Like
10.
NKJV or?
NKJV. Yeah.
when I think of serving, I think of that. I'd rather be a doorkeeper. So I'm saying, God, use me for anything
Yeah.
in your house, in your kingdom. Whether it's to clean, whether it's to stand at the door and be a security, whether it's to, all this stuff. I'd rather do that than to dwell in the house of wickedness. So that's what serving means to me. And what I do for serving, I present the talk show. I'm also in the youth leadership, sort of. And yeah, I also help where I can. Like,
I was expecting that because
Yeah.
you want to make it so formal. Like, that's the thing. Serving doesn't have to be like,
yeah.
okay, I'm an usher, I'm a security, I'm in praise and worship. It could be, for example, yourself, bro. You're like doing quite a lot of things, but you're not like defined to this specific department.
Yeah.
And you're actually excelling in it. Just
Oh,
saying.
thank you, sir. Baruch
Oh,
Hashem.
actually, wait. No, that's not for me to say. That's for him. Sorry.
But Baruch, that's why I didn't take
But,
it. I
yeah.
said Baruch Hashem.
What does Baruch Hashem mean?
Baruch Hashem means blessed be the Lord.
Yeah, but
But
technically it's like,
thank you,
we
Lord.
thank God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay, I need a Hebrew masterclass. Okay. So guys, different types of departments at the church. I'm sure people are like wondering. You've said communications, there's youth, there's ushering. What else, Ruben?
There's guest relations, there's video crew,
Yeah.
there's
Coordinators.
coordinators, there's bookshop, there's
There's
tax shop,
security.
there's security,
Yeah.
all those stuff.
Oh, and the insurance ministry.
The
as well.
insurance
I heard that's
ministry.
his department.
And
Oh, it's called ITVN, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And there's also Simeon and Anna, the older people, like the
What do you do there? You serve the older people.
Yeah. What grace, imagine.
Wow, that's beautiful.
So yeah, those are the different kinds of departments that we have at church, but that is not the limit to what serving is. Like we're also not pushing a narrative that only if you're serving in a department you're cool. Serving could mean just volunteering where you can. Like, you don't necessarily have to be under a specific department like I do. Like, just help where you can. Help where you see there's need for help. If you see like they need help with cleaning, you go and clean. If you see they need help with let's say transporting something from somewhere to somewhere, you're using your own car, your own fuel to transport this to them.
Or even if someone else is paying for the fuel as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because they're using the car, I'm not
Yeah.
really touched. I was just saying.
There's something I'm not talking about, but yeah, there's, you know, those different types of departments. And also just, yeah, I wanted to get into it, like how, like I actually just I said it, but what I was about to ask is, how does one serve? How do you serve, or how do you actually join those departments that you mentioned?
Oh, so you're probably under a pastor, okay, and you go to your pastor and you just let your pastor know that you want to serve is in a specific department. So let's say you want to be in communications, then from there, like, they're gonna set you up. And but what if you so yeah, like, the pastor, it's just you going to a pastor, but you need to know that it needs to be like a place where you're going to be able to exert like your whole heart, and it's going to be something that you'll have resilience for, because that's another thing that I wanted to speak about, that it's not just being in a department, you need to actually be there. It's not just by name, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you need to be willing to do something there. Like, you must fit in somewhere somehow to end up. It's not just saying I'm in communications department, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I remember Dad once said it's not capability, it's availability.
Yes.
Just because you can do it doesn't mean that now you're the only one who's there. It's about who's available. So if you're availing yourself to do something at church to serve, then God will definitely use you.
Yeah.
Oh, that was deep. I didn't prepare.
Yeah,
for
that was a very good
I know.
point.
Look at me smiling.
So yeah, that was a very good point, but it came from that. So
Yeah.
because availability, and you know, it's also a thing of, just because this one person is not there, does it mean like this task won't be done because this person is not there? Like, without you or with you, God's kingdom will always move forward.
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically what we're trying to say is that once you take a decision to serve, it's just a thing of you being available to serve.
Yes.
It's not, because what I've realized with us young people is that we are a generation of comfort. We want things like, if there's too much work, then we're not there. For an example, I recently heard that I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it, naming it correctly. There's the farming team that comes to Shiloh to help with that. I only heard recently. And I know I'm also not there as well, but I was going to say I've never seen any of our youth going there because it's hard work.
Maybe it's because you didn't know it.
Yeah.
So this.
Oh yeah, maybe they also
They also don't know. So this is like.
So we'll try to
ignorant.
also take it
Yeah.
to the youth groups out there. Well, our youth group, the WhatsApp group, and see if we can do something about that.
Yeah. I also wanted to touch on the motives while you're serving. What is the right mind or attitude to have when it comes to serving?
Okay, so basically the prophet really did say that, as people that serve, we should make sure that you pay no attention to the honor that you receive whilst you're serving, because at the end of the day, it's not about you, so it's always that mindset of, this is not about me, and it's not for me. It's not for, like the way you just said, Baruch Hashem, about how you're doing well. It's not like for you. You're doing it for the house of God. So at the end of the day, you're not on the receiving end in any way. It's just your act of service. And so I guess the right mindset would be knowing that I'm doing it as unto the Lord. I'm not expecting to receive anything in terms of money or, praise or anything. It's just for God, and that God is the one that's watching you do all those things. So it always helps you do it properly, because that it's just about God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And well, there is that to say I'm serving because I want to serve like God. And well, with me, I'm not going to lie. When I started serving, I was like young, so I remember. So when you're serving, when you're joining a department, you're asked, why do you want to join? And to be honest with you, I remember giving an answer like, I want to help the vision of the ministry, what. And to be honest, I never understood what I was saying. I was just joining because I
How
want to
old
do
were
something.
you?
That's not the point. No, but I was quite young, like 12, 13 years ago. So, to be honest with you, it was not a thing of the whole vision, purpose of God, whatever. That was not. To be honest, I was just going in just for me to do something because I saw that sitting down in church. I would come to church and like not get anything because I would be just like sitting down playing. So with me, reason for serving could be just to keep yourself busy, and with time, it might be revealed to you why you're actually serving.
Yes.
So for now, it could be just a thing of, okay, I just need something to do. You just go in, but with time, you will see your real reason why you actually went there. So for those who are not spiritual, to be like, okay, I hear God is speaking to me. He says I should join the pastoral group. It's okay. Just join what, if you could add singing, join the praise and worship. Maybe later on in time, God will be like, this is why. And Nakona, sorry. Okay, I wanted to say, if you join in the praise and worship, it's not that once you join, you're going to be standing in front to hold the mic. The reason for you to join could be for your character to be refined. Such things. And I've got a lot to say.
And besides, it's never a waste of time
Yeah.
serving. So it can never bring negative results.
True.
That's the best part about it. So as much as you're saying you did it to occupy yourself at first, but as time went on, you got it and okay, hopefully you understood why you had to serve, but it was never a waste of time. You can never say I developed these bad habits because I was serving. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
With me, I started serving at a very young age. I will actually disclose the age. I was 8 years old when I started serving.
How old are you now? Bro, if you can disclose that age, bro.
Oh, okay, now I'm 19.
10 years. Take it.
11.
And you're a mathematician. Anyways, I
Wait,
started
you said-
serving when I was 8, and now I'm 19. I started serving when I was 18 in the department. And the reason why I started serving is because I never liked children's ministry. I absolutely disliked
it was so noisy.
I remember the very first Sunday I came to Impact for Christ Ministries in the children's ministry. I don't think I've ever cried that much in my whole life. From morning until my mom came to fetch me when the service was over, I was crying. So, I think just the dislike of children's ministry, and also, I don't know. Now I'm a very social person, but back then, I don't know, I was a kid. I wasn't very social. Maybe it was just an awkward position for me. But that's why I joined. And also, I was following the footsteps of my brother, who this is a good example, So he was in the department that I joined. So I was just following him, doing everything he was doing. And to be honest, at first, it was to be seen. Obviously, you're a kid, I was serving so people can see and people can praise me. Say, oh, look at that young guy, he's serving.
And they were doing it.
And they were doing it. And it was feeding my ego. But then, as you grow.
That is so honest.
Yeah. As you said, when you grow and then you realize your purpose for serving. Like, why you should actually serve. And the right attitude to have while serving is, I'm not doing this for me, I'm not doing this for personal gain, I'm not doing this to be seen. I'm doing this to glorify God's kingdom, using my skills, using my talents, because serving, in whatever way you're serving, it's a skill. Like, whatever you're doing, it's a skill. So using that skill to glorify God, to help in God's house, to, I don't know if you say moving God's kingdom forward, but
advancing.
Yeah, something.
Okay, cool. That's not deep.
Yeah, no. Let's not touch on that. But yeah, and I just want to say also, I'm grateful for the prophet and his vision, that this is the prophet's vision that's allowing us to have a space where we can actually serve, do something for God's kingdom.
True.
That's
it has made serving easier.
Exactly.
Serving God easier. Like now there is that room for us to just serve God, because that departments for that.
Yeah, exactly. True. So I just want to pour out my out to you, Dad. Thank you so much. It's so good. Like, just this whole ministry in general, how serving is so accessible. Like, it's not hard to say, I want to serve God, I want to do something in God's house. You can literally just you know. And I'm grateful for the opportunity and platform that the prophet has given us to serve God that way. So yeah.
And not make it look like it's just for adults.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
before it used to look like it's just for adults, but now like even if you're young, you like
I feel-
want
I feel
because you
like-
see your age mates.
I feel like now it's actually for young
Ah,
people.
yes,
For some reason.
Yeah,
yes.
I
For some
agree.
reason.
There's especially if you on Sundays when you look at video crew, like there's so many young
There's
people,
like the
the
smallest
babies.
kid.
Yeah,
Bro.
yeah, and it's very inspiring. Like
Yeah.
from that age, they're serving in God's house. I mean, train up a child in the ways of God when he's young, so that when he's old, he does not depart
Yes,
from
that's
it.
right.
So you know,
And from what you mentioned, how you joined because you didn't like where you were, I feel like that's a lesson to everyone. If you're at church and you don't like something, it's not for you to start calling out names to say this place is ugly. Do something about it.
Mm.
For example,
Yeah.
you did not enjoy the space you're in, and then you're like, you know what? Let me join a department. Let me be productive. Instead of me just sitting here complaining, saying this place is noisy, this place is making me cry, you know.
yeah, that's a very good point.
So what benefits do you guys get from like serving? Have you noticed any so far?
Yeah, there are a lot. Hey, there are definitely a lot of spiritual benefits, like things that the benefits we don't see, but like I also think serving keeps you away from a lot of nonsense.
Bro.
Like serving, like I'm gonna be open. This is a youth platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Serving has saved me from a booty call. Yeah,
I almost said I can relate to you, but then
you
I can almost relate, but I cannot relate.
yeah,
But I can
it
almost relate.
saves you from a lot of things, man.
Bro.
Like,
yeah.
it saves you from the world out there, like the bad stuff, like you know, like this-
Basically keeps you occupied.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
And also like in my department, I remember like when we didn't have a computer at home, right? But then we had to do computers at school. And I would struggle. But when I got to communications and there was a lot of that typing and etc. And we had to type at the prophet's, like the way the prophet speaks, you
Yeah.
know, it helped me so much to an extent that right now it's a big part of the job that I do. And I learned it from church, like solely from church. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like from the department. And it's a big part of my life. And I don't think I would have learned it anywhere else.
that's a very good point.
Yeah.
because the skills you learn while serving, you can use it also outside for like work or business and stuff like that. Yeah, I like that.
Can you talk about how being in a department helps you build a family? For instance, myself, I said I'm in the catering or hospitality department as well. To be honest with you, at school, I'm like doing the exact same thing that I'm doing at church. Like not catching people, like the coffee part. You guys think I'm catching like the coffee part. So
Yeah.
you can imagine, during break time, I go to the coffee shop, I help out. I got it. In fact, okay, sometimes I get to teach them what I learned from church to
Church,
say
yeah.
the coffee shop, this is what we're doing, this is how we're doing things. And that is like a skill that I got from a department. So actually saying, what we're learning at church is not like something that you only apply to heaven. No, you can like apply it in your daily life. It helps you grow, it gives you those skills as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it helps you sometimes you can discover your purpose through it. Like I remember this one lady was testifying, saying she's serving in OPJ, and before she served in OPJ she didn't understand the whole midwife thing until she served and attended like their things for midwifery and stuff. And when she did it the second time, it worked out because the context was given here simpler, and she got it from there, and then from there she excelled, and now she's a midwife, you know what I'm saying? So I think God does open that door for you as well to know exactly like who you are through your service.
yeah, that's actually one of the benefits of serving. Sometimes you figure out your skills, you figure out your talents, and sometimes it's like it makes your skills like. Wow, I wanted to say something. I don't know how it just left my head, but yeah, like the benefits of serving. You mentioned how she was in OPJ and she learned that. So she learned that from OPJ and then went to like the field.
She said that she first went to school and then she failed.
And then she
I
went
think
to-
if I heard it right, she said that she went to school for it at first. She failed and she gave up. And then she started serving at OPJ and she was attending those, those prenatal workshops and whatever. And then when she went again to continue with school, now she was understanding more because it was like broken down in a way that she would get it. So when it was now at school, it was so much simpler for her.
Yeah.
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 So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. The benefits of serving, it boosts your skills as well. Like your general skills, it does help boost your skills. And at least those skills are not going to waste. You're using them in God's house. Yeah.
And as well, it builds your character. I'm not going to lie, bro. Growing up, I've always stood out because of my character. Okay. If there's anyone that I went to school with and you're disagreeing with this, let's talk about it after. Don't put in the comment section. I mean, I'm making such a bold move and then you come here and you disagree with me. Bro, let's have fair. So, personally, I feel like I grew up a different kid. I was aware of my surrounding. I wasn't someone that would be easily pressured to do wrong because of what I was learning in the department to say, this is what is expected of you. This is what you are responsible for. So, okay, for example, growing up, I remember we were not allowed to, not that we're not allowed, we're not advised to, oh, wait, here's one thing. I remember growing up, I used to have smelling armpits. Yeah, you wouldn't remember because you got me clean. So, I used to have like smelling armpits. Then I remember one day I was serving, then my pastor brought me aside, that's like my departmental leader, and I was like, you know what, there's something that is called a roll-on. I was young, so, that I didn't think of that. Something called a roll-on. Ever since that time, you wouldn't smell me like it's nothing, bro. I've been clean since then. These small things, bro, these are things that we learn from department to say when you're serving, when you're around people, this is how you behave. So those small
Social
things,
skills,
exactly,
yeah.
they build you up from serving, and also you learn to be humble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Character development, you say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Character development.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much more we can say, actually. There's so much more to discuss, actually. But let's just take a short, quick break, and then we'll discuss much more right after the break. Stay tuned.
You are going into adult life. This adult life is not just because of height or increase of years, but increase in knowledge about yourself, what to do and what not to do. That can be taught and should be taught at home, not in school. Be the best of yourself. That means you be free to study. You cannot study to fail. But if I say be number one, I'm stressing you. A lot of family members, uncle, whatever, be doctor, be nurse, be pilot, be what. But this child is creative. It has got nothing to do with all those things. This child is musical. So leave him. Now you might look as if she's doing nothing or is doing nothing. But this child is musical. His full potential will manifest 10, 15 years from now. But our parents, they want instant fame. They want to boast on their children. My daughter is doing medicine. Now the child who's doing musical, that feels as if he's lost. You are not lost. Hello, I'm here to tell you, you are not lost. The child who is doing sports, for example, he's not lost. He knows what he's doing. Do something that comes naturally to you.
Welcome back, and thank you for staying tuned in. So we've been talking about how serving is actually cool and how beneficial it is for one to serve. We did mention a couple of departments in the ministry, like your ushering, your communication, security, cleaning, ICT, video, cable holding. That's part of it, right?
Yeah.
Praise and worship. Is pastoral a department?
You could
They are
say,
serving
yeah.
technically.
Yeah.
There are those. There are leaderships. Quite a lot. So right now we're going to dive in just a little bit more into the benefits as well, because we've been talking about them just before the break. Now we just mentioned a couple more, because it seems like there are a lot of benefits, and how we as individuals who are actually serving and have been serving for a while, we've been helped by serving in the church, in the ministry. So do you guys have any more benefits, how like serving has actually helped you as an individual?
For me, I would say it drew me closer to God. One of the benefits of serving is that it drew me closer to God, because if you're just sitting at home and listening to the teachings and just sitting at home listening to the teachings and also trying to apply them, okay, that's good. But like when you're serving, like you find, for me, I'm constantly in church, I'm constantly in God's house. So like automatically, like if you're staying in God's house and you're not progressing, there's something wrong.
You can't even blame the devil there.
Yeah,
bro.
I know. So it brings you closer to God. Like the more you serve and you're passionate about serving, your relationship with God just gets better. I don't know. And it's I don't want to say there's like you get special perks at church, but you do. You get special
Like
perks.
what?
At church. Like
Entering where it cannot be
yeah,
entered.
yeah, entering where normal people, they block them from entering, you enter, stuff like that. But that's on the physical.
I was not a peg, but anyways, you're off, bro.
But no, bro, I'm talking spiritual perks. Like you just draw
I
closer
get
to
you.
God,
I
you know.
get you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
like I get it. Like literally, someone said to me, when there's like an altar call, and then maybe you are serving, you can't go and line up there to get prayer. Someone said to me that sort of like God looks out for you because you're already serving Him.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like you won't get an opportunity to go there and get prayed for, but God has you at heart because you're helping other people get help. Sort of
Exactly.
like,
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
like you're like God's firstborn child. No, you get those. It's like
your favorite.
like when God is blessing, is like, okay, I know that these ones are like, they cannot raise up their hands because they're serving. So I'll bless you personally.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And you actually touched on how serving causes you to continuously go to church.
Yeah.
And I think that's how it has benefited me. It has given me, like, the responsibility to serve has helped me to be committed.
Yes.
Personally, I don't think I was going to be going to church as frequent as I have been if it was not for me having a responsibility. Say, because, bro, for example, going to church Friday night, I mean, I've got a lot of things that I need to do, but I'll be like, okay, but because I'm serving, let me go.
Yes.
You always put in that extra effort because you've got a responsibility.
Yeah. It's a commitment you made, basically.
Yeah, and it helps you to like keep committed everywhere else. Like you learn commitment here at church, and someone who's had to serve consistently at church, I don't think you can ever struggle with being committed at work. You know what I'm saying? You'll try by all means to always be in there.
Hey,
like
bro, I was about to say,
not you
I was
guys.
about to say,
No. For me, no.
bro, I think I've said
Have
this
you
on the
worked?
show.
I have. What do you take me for? Excuse me.
I thought you were like 19.
Yeah. But I have worked. Yeah, I know.
Okay, so you guys go late to work.
Okay,
Yes,
bro.
Wow.
bro.
I'm disappointed.
Look, I remember saying this on the show with school, right? I remember I would leave school early. Get it, like early.
Yeah.
Before it's knocking off time. I know which door would be open at this time.
Mm.
It was a Wednesday for me to go to Wednesday services.
Yeah,
because I was
exactly.
serving.
So you
So-
dodge school.
I said I leave
I've
school
dodged
early,
school.
not dodging.
I've dodged
For
school.
church.
I've dodged work to
Bro.
attend the service at church.
Dude, even work, you
I think
lie
that's
and
really
say,
cute.
No, but that's not good.
the point.
No, but we're
How
talking.
we're even making this.
We're
thing,
talking
but, like,
experience, like things we've done to serve or to be in
So
God's
no,
house.
I was just trying to like disprove the point. To say
yeah.
is-
When you're
I
committed,
think I didn't mean it like in that way. I think I meant it in a way of it
I
makes
get
you a committed person in general.
it does.
You
Yeah,
won't
true.
struggle with commitment because coming here at what time do you have to be at church? Like 5 a.m. or 6
leave house at
a.m.
5.
You know, you could make it for 6 a.m. I don't think you'd struggle to make it for 8 a.m. at work because you're thinking at church I was there at like 5 a.m. You know what I'm saying?
But are you not always late?
Bro,
Anyways.
are you gonna do this to me?
I know you're always late. If it was
On live television.
Oh,
There's a few comments that I'm gonna read. First comment from Joshua Eke. He says, "Serving is very important during youth stage. It helps in the future in a lot of things: work, school, home, etc."
What did I just say to you? It does. Yes, it does.
Yeah. And
Thank
then,
you, Joshua.
And then there's Valentine Tafatwa who says, "It's a joy to serve," which is it really is a
Bro,
joy
it
to
is.
serve. Especially when it comes from your heart. When you're doing it with when you're serving with a genuine heart.
another thing, when you're serving God, not serving to be seen.
Exactly.
Now, let me go deep. There's a verse, okay, and it's not deep, but there's a verse that says, you should serve to be seen by Him
Yes.
because you're serving Him, not as men pleasers. I
Yeah.
think that's like Ephesians or
Yes.
something.
Even the prophet emphasizes it. Don't be a people's pleaser.
Yeah,
Be a God, like
the one who
please
sees
God.
everything.
Yeah.
Because if you're serving people, bro, if I'm serving for, say, a beautiful, I must say like, no, let's say just a beautiful girl, like in general, to see me, because I want to be seen by that girl, and that girl doesn't see me, I'll go home frustrated, But if I'm serving, I'm sorry, no, I don't know the point.
When I used to be served to be seen, I was seen.
That's the thing, and it's not everyone with that grace to be seen.
Yeah.
Get it? Even right now, you might not be seen.
Mm.
Like, say, you want to be seen by that girl who's not that pretty, who just came to the church, and then you want to show her that you've got muscles, and then you kiss the biggest person, and that time the girl doesn't even see you, she went to the bathroom. Now you'll be, I'm not talking from experience, by the way.
No, it sounds because you're the one who catches people here.
too
So
specific.
yeah.
No, that's a joke, man. That's a joke. But so you do not serve to be seen by human, because if human doesn't see you, you'll go back home like,
Yeah.
where's God sees
Yeah.
everything, man, and His honor rewards according
Yeah.
to you. But
And that's where the joy in serving comes. When you do
Exactly.
it not to be seen by people, but to please God. When you do it with a genuine heart, that's when serving becomes a joy. Like even when you're doing it, like when no one is watching, you'll be very happy
Bro.
while you're doing it. Yeah.
bro,
Like for me, I find so much satisfaction and peace in serving. Like even when no one is seeing me, like recently I was cleaning at Holy Land, like no one was there, no one even knew about it, so like, but I was cleaning there, and like I just felt so, I felt at peace, I felt happy, I felt satisfied that I'm doing
and
this.
and when there's not a lot of people, I feel like personally, serving behind the scenes, that's when you feel the closest to God. Because
Yeah.
as you're serving, I mean, say you're cleaning, there's no you can just be cleaning and then you're thinking about school and stuff. So when you're cleaning, like you're thinking about, you're meditating on, God.
Yes.
Sometimes even pray. It's like,
exactly, yes,
bro, personally, I feel like being behind the scenes, that's like the best service ever. But I'm not saying
There's-
do that only.
service is service.
Service is service,
Yeah,
man.
when you serve, you
Yeah,
serve.
we're just saying.
And Luke says, serving helps in teaching young people to grow in responsibility, and they grow in it and become better people, which is true. You spoke about responsibility, commitment,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, you know what? I feel like we can go on and on about how we're enjoying serving, considering how long also we've been serving. So technically, I mean, we would be like, yeah, it's amazing. But let's just talk about some of the challenges that we might have faced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is
Because
actually a comment
let's
that this person says.
Dude, look, me, I'm deep.
Hey. This person says, also, there are challenges in serving. You must talk about it also to see how to overcome these challenges. So, what are some of the challenges that you guys have faced while serving?
Me, I'll mention all of them. Number one, there's this guy that. I'm just joking. I cannot name
No,
people
bro,
there.
I actually thought you were about to let loose, hey?
No, man, no.
you're this
Let's
man.
respect. Imagine me saying, I'm not saying Frank, I'm just an example. Say, there's this guy, Frank, whenever he sees me, he just changes his face. So now I don't feel, no, I cannot mention people like that. But say,
No, but
you
don't
may
disclose
not
the name.
always get the reaction that you want.
Yes.
What makes sense to you may not make sense to someone else.
Person.
To you, you might be creating, say, order, but that's not how everyone else will be saying it. For an example, let's say how do you create order? Oh, this is a bit okay. Let's say water service, right? So everyone wants to go for prayer. I understand. It's nothing personal. It's an example where it comes to order. It's water service, right? Everyone wants to go for prayer, like to the water, forgetting that we need to create space for other things. If say someone is getting hurt, you are there to help them. But me, I'm focusing on there's my blessing there. So I'll want to go there and don't care about having space in between, stuff like that. But someone who knows will actually want to create that order and have that in mind. So your logic is not always the same as everyone else's, and you might be hated for doing the right thing.
Yes. That's right.
So that's a challenge you faced.
Not that I have faced. It's an example. One of the challenges that people may face.
I think it's a general,
it's
a general
channel.
to say
challenge.
what makes sense to you may not make sense to others. As you are trying to create, say, order. Or for an example, right, you are holding the camera. Someone wants to come in front. You just do that. You cannot explain because, someone is coming to the camera. So you just push that person. They won't take it as you trying to have that nice picture. They'll take it as someone who's rude.
Who's rude and controlling.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay, I see that.
So that's, because this person also is trained. They know the type of picture they want to take out, but you don't. So that could be one of the challenges.
But there's more positives than negatives.
True,
There's
to be honest with
definitely,
you.
yeah.
Like,
There's
Bro,
I can't think of anything else. But then there's also, I think it all comes down to what you were saying about how the perspective is not always the same, because sometimes people don't understand what you're trying to do, like, maybe you're reading the Bible and then you make a mistake and people are like, he said, and it's like, I heard him.
Bro.
I just
yeah.
That is personal, but okay.
Yes, it is personal because it's what I face, right? But like, it's like that thing of just, you gotta know yourself and you have to know why you're there.
Yes.
And if you are there for people will be there to damage you and you will move.
Look,
If you're there for God,
bro,
Nah, you
you'll
cook.
stay on course.
You
I
cook.
think
And
that's
you
like
ate.
the bottom line of today's topic. For those who are serving and for those who want to serve, do not serve to be seen by people. Like,
Do not serve for people.
No,
do not
bro.
serve to be seen.
bro,
Do it out of the genuineness of your heart and
For
do
His
it
glory.
for God. Exactly.
that's all.
Nothing
that-
can move you there.
Nothing will shake you.
That's it.
Literally. I was about to mention also like the one of the challenges when you say people they don't see how you see it. It's like
They
let's say
don't
you're
understand
serving.
the challenge associated
Yeah.
with it. They think it's easy. Because when I'm sitting here and I'm looking at Gabriel catching a person, I'm like, why did you not catch him? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But you don't understand because you've never done it. I always say to people, come and read the Bible.
Yeah.
Then,
And
then you can tell me if you've
First of
never
all,
held
do
this
they even
mic
read the Bible at home?
I don't-
Just say it.
Yeah,
without the mic and a whole crowd,
Because say you're supposed to open Habakkuk, and then you like 1 second
You
later
take 10
than them.
seconds.
They're like, "Hey, why are you so slow?" I'm like,
Yes.
Yeah.
So just because you're going first because you use the table of content, me, I'm going because I mean,
And also
Bro.
the strife, people clashing heads inside their own department. That
Yeah.
could be another challenge also. But
because we're
can
humans.
easily- yeah, we're
because
humans.
we're humans at the end of the day. It's not
the
like
thing.
a group of angels serving. We're
And
humans.
also an important point to think about and to always remember in your head when you are serving or when you see people serving. Let's not forget that church is a hospital. Not
Yes,
everyone.
I was about to say,
People there are not perfect. People there will mess up.
No
People there,
one's
just because you see me,
perfect.
just because you see Gavi catching someone on Sunday and then on Monday you see him in the corner with a specific girl. Church is a hospital.
Bro,
Yes.
I've been saying, okay, but no, I don't know why you guys are laughing. But it's, I mean, I'm just saying you're cooking, Ruben, that's all.
Yeah,
That's
like
how you're
church is a
cooking.
hospital. So also let's not be too harsh on the way we judge people. Maybe I'm taking it too far, but like church is a hospital, and just because you're serving, it doesn't mean you're better than other people.
Yes.
In you serving, you're also being helped. You are being
True.
transformed. So yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be patient with everyone. Like now, from me being the servant point of view, I think that's a responsibility that comes with serving. It's remembering that it's not about me. It's also about the other people that are with me. I'm doing it to help them draw closer to God. You know what I'm saying? So if now you're not doing things the right way, one way or another, it will affect whatever is trying to happen right now, you know. So that's another responsibility. I wouldn't say challenge. I think it's just a responsibility that comes with being in that space. So which is why you shouldn't go in for the wrong reason, because it's a very heavy responsibility to carry, to be like, if I make a mistake, literally it can close down whatever God is trying to do here. Everything can just stop because of me, you know. And you don't want to be that person that stops the move of God, you know. So you go in knowing why you're going. Don't just for vibes. Don't do it, guys.
I remember, so Pastor Mpo mentioned something on during leadership on Sunday. He was like, for him, he does not understand how people always want to be close to the prophet, because that's like the most dangerous place that one can be, because this is a spiritual person and you don't know how to behave around them. So with that, for those who say they want to draw closer to the prophet in terms of serving, you do not just start from, say, I'm trying to think of a department. Okay, let's just say department A. I'm joining department A because I want to follow the prophet, or because I want to be close to the prophet physically. That's like a bit dangerous. So that's another thing. You need to be like teachable. That's one thing that people don't understand. It's like, okay, now I feel like I'm going way too deep. Let's come back light. So it's like, in as much as you want to serve, let's not focus on there. Let's start small and then we build our skills.
Yes.
I think that's one of the things that we might be fighting as, say, a young person. That could be me as well.
Yeah, that's a good point, because serving next to the prophet, it's not easy.
You need to be ready for anything.
And a lot of people look at people who are always around the prophet and say, "Oh, I want to be there." But like, do you actually know what it takes to be there? Do you know like
the things they go through?
There's blood, sweat, and tears, because there is tears.
Tears.
It's not nice, Papa. I mean, it's nice, but like, it's not nice. Like, like yeah. And you spoke about something about, I forgot what you said, but what came into my mind when you said that was, when you're serving, you have to be selfless, because it's the people who are serving are always the last people to be prayed for. Let's say there's like, the prophet is praying for everyone in the church. You, as an usher, you can't just go and say, "Dad, I'm here, pray for me," while
when people are falling.
You see, so you gotta be selfless and put people before
first.
You.
And with that, I think, why am I being deep today? I don't like. Okay, for example, say with Jesus Christ ministry, that's how the disciples were. So it was like people first, and then if ever they get the opportunity to be with Christ in private, then sure. If not, then that's also cool.
Yes.
So I think that's also, if you can say those who are serving are in a way disciples, okay, not the deep I know they're like deep disciples, but like I'm just saying, they do not get first preference just because they're serving. Instead, because they're servants, they shall be last.
You're right, because I feel like there's a misconception there that when you're serving, you actually get first preference.
No, that's
you
not.
do get first preference, maybe from God, which is the end goal anyways, you know. But if you're looking to be seen by whoever you're trying to be seen by, it might not go well.
Bro, God will spit you out.
Yeah.
Eh?
All right, guys, we actually have a very good comment here from Jason Kunene, who says, "What do you do when you don't know where to serve?"
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a good question.
I think you can use your skill set. It could be even a thing of like what you're doing at work, if you're at work, or if what you are aspiring to do. And sometimes it doesn't have to be a thing of like, I'm going all the way deep to say, what am I good at? If say you're good at engineering, okay, I'm trying to think of, if you're good at mathematics and there's no department that specializes in mathematics, you can literally clean.
Yes.
Bro,
You can do absolutely anything to just, because at the end of the day, you need to be there to give your time and your body and your mind to make the work of God happen for others, for the church to advance, right?
There's always a need,
But also, I've seen people that have been in different departments. So if ever, just the first step is to get into a department. Then you'll see from there. If you feel like you have, at some point, maybe you'll see that, no, maybe I actually belong in communications because of maybe the exposure that you get from being in an actual department and interacting with communications. Then you see that, no, I actually like communications more, you can. But I think the first step is to just get into a department, Yeah. But obviously with the right mind and intention.
Yeah. But what I would say, if you don't know where to, what do you do when you don't know where to serve? For me, what I can say is look for where you feel like you can help.
Yeah.
No, you said look at your skill set and know what you can do. But okay, let's say your skill set is okay, no, I'm not gonna say this, but there's like let's say in that skill set there's already people doing that, and there are already a lot already. So like now, just because it's your skill doesn't mean you should join there. Join where you can help, like where it is needed, because especially with cleaning, I feel like there's less people at church who clean.
Yeah.
So that I feel like that's where a lot of people can actually go to help. I mean, I think you can even be in another department and also help to clean.
Bro, that's like, I mean, you're keeping your own church clean.
Exactly.
And we're talking about facilities.
We're talking about looking after the planet just yesterday, looking after the church, looking after the planet. So if you don't know where to serve, look where there's a need, like where they need hands to help.
Yes, identify a need.
Yeah.
Yes.
And be there. And also do not enter like, I don't know what. Hey, today, I had a very long day. I think that's why. Do not enter like, I don't know, you just boom, throwing yourself in there, and then you're like, guys, I own a cleaning company. This is how you clean. I don't like how, enter with humility as well.
Child,
like,
learn.
Okay, be like, okay, so this is how you guys are cleaning. Okay, so I think there's a better way of cleaning. Let's get hoovers. And when you're saying get hoovers, don't go and ask Prophet to buy hoovers. Buy them yourself, and
exactly.
like those small. Okay, hoover is not a small thing, but those small things they do count. So I think to answer, who is it, Kunene?
Yes.
To answer Kunene, where you see a need, buddy, you can go ahead. If you do not see a need, I think you can start
volunteering.
And can you also mention we've got different youth groups.
Yes.
Where that's serving.
Yeah.
Where we've got different skill sets.
There's
like
creative arts, there's video editing, there's prayer, there's all of that stuff.
Yeah, so you can even be part of them.
Mm.
And that's part of serving. It don't have to be a Sunday thing. Doesn't
So
have to
who
be a Sunday
who
thing.
do you speak to get into those groups though?
Speak to me.
You can reach out to any of us.
Where do we find you?
Where do you find us?
Here. If you want to talk to me, there's comments. The comment section is here.
I mean, definitely can probably see one of us on Sunday. You can always ask a question. We're not like animals where if you say, hi, Ruben, hi, Gabriel, or even on Tandas, right? We'll give you the details. Or hi, then you'll be like, yeah, Ruben can do that, sure, but
Can do what?
Be serious.
What he just did.
Like, we're not animals to say, oh, you come and be like, hi, we've got a question about say the youth. Then you go like, because you're animals. No.
Just do it again.
If we do that, if we do that, I mean, it'll probably be a joke because I just said it now. Then Ruben want to be funny and then he does it to you, but do not catch feelings because his wristband.
Yeah.
Actually, bro, we spoke about this name.
Yeah,
Lisbon.
man, I'm sorry, Ruben. Son
Yeah.
of Ben.
Son of man.
Son of man, yeah. Don't know why I'm saying son of man. Doesn't make sense. But
Wait, we
yeah.
went a bit off. What were we talking about?
Where to find the youth desk?
Oh,
and
yeah.
people.
Oh, yeah, and we do
Is
have
there a youth desk?
Do we?
We do have a youth test, technically.
We
yeah.
do.
Technically.
Oh, they're by coordinators.
By coordinators, by
Yes.
bookshop, yeah. And
There's
also,
a youth desk.
like, when you asked how, I don't know who asked, but someone said, how do you join a department?
Yeah.
So you speak to your pastor. So you don't have a pastor. How do you join a department? You sign up for membership. Go to
By
the
the
coordinator's
coordinator's
desk
desk.
and sign up, and then you get a pastor, and then from there you speak to your pastor telling him, yeah. But also, there's a good comment coming from Nande, who's replying to Jason Kunene about his question about where to serve if you don't know. Nande says, I think it's best to observe first. Then if need be, get guidance as to which department you can help serve in. Because a lot of times serving is connected to your destiny or calling. Very well
That's also
spoken.
very well
Didn't think of that.
response.
Yeah.
But the Nande is deep, eh?
Yeah.
He's a deep man.
As short as he is,
Huh.
the
The amount coming from here is not short.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, I also wanted to talk about when serving, how you should constantly be in prayer for
Yeah.
for God's grace to be upon you to serve according, because when you're serving in Imperfect Christ Ministries, you're serving the prophet's vision. So
Yeah.
so when you pray for grace, praying for grace that you may serve according to the prophet's vision, and also that sometimes, I know we say serve out of your heart, serve with the genuineness of your heart, but
Yeah.
sometimes not just word of mouth. Sometimes you can just ask God, help me to remove all pride when I serve. Help me to serve with a clean and genuine heart and not to be seen.
And personally, I believe it's mandatory for every department to pray before serving. And in my department, I know we are advised to prepare even before Sunday to say you're coming to serve. So that's why also we're saying that serving helps you grow spiritually.
Yeah.
Yes. It's
Imagine
a benefit.
being mandatory for you to be in prayer because you're going to serve.
What a
Yeah.
beautiful gift. Yeah.
And also the importance of giving. Serving also emphasizes on the importance of giving, but when we say giving, we're thinking material, we're thinking money.
Yeah.
No, you can give your time, give resources, give your skills, all that stuff. Give that to the house of God, to God's kingdom. Excuse me.
Hey,
I'm
I've
sorry.
never heard that one before. I've never heard that one before, bro. But anyways,
Yeah, but giving your time, resources,
Giving
your
good
energy,
words.
exactly, stuff like
Yeah.
that. So the importance of giving service to God's kingdom and God's house. And yeah, why would you guys encourage someone to join a department now that we're closing?
Why or what?
Why would you encourage someone to join? Unless you guys have more stuff to say, because now we're closing.
Why?
Yeah.
I feel like I think it's just like what you just said. Sort of like it grounds you. If you have trouble like escaping from wrong friends, or you're just saying, I have nowhere else to go, I'm bored, there's always something to occupy you with. And social skills, there's always someone that at the end of the day you'll find that will be able to teach you something while you're serving. So I think that's pretty cool for me. And also the part of discipline, you become disciplined, and you learn to, it brings you closer to God at the end of the day. I think so. Yeah.
she might have mentioned quite a lot. Personally, I would say, okay, I'm not saying this out of pride, but for me, if it was not for serving or having started serving the time I did, number one, I wouldn't be sitting here because no one would be knowing me. I'm not saying people know me because I'm serving. I'm saying people know me because of what I gained through serving. I gained people's skills. Dude, I was that person who just sit at the back of the church, be the first one to go out because I'm going to meet my family and that's it. Serving helped me to reach out to people and start speaking to people. I've got friends because of the department that I'm in. I've built relationships through serving.
Yeah.
I know people that have got my back from the department that I'm in. Dude, I've traveled because of serving. I personally do not see myself, if I do not think I was going to travel if I was just an ordinary member. I'm not saying ordinary members are stupid. I'm just saying personally because of my commitment, my level of commitment. I don't know how I use the term Sheffield. But because of my level of commitment, if I wasn't in the department, I wasn't going to be as committed to a point where I would see the need to travel.
Yeah.
So serving has pushed me beyond limits that I never thought I could reach. It has pushed me out of my comfort zone. It has built my character, and it's still building, by the way. It's not yet there. We are being built every time, bro. Yo, we need to stop.
There's a lot of
Bro, there's a
benefits in when it comes to serving.
No, there's a lot.
so much benefits.
We can't finish it in one episode.
Yeah, but for me, why I would encourage someone to join a department or to serve is, I would ask you a question: how is God's kingdom benefiting from you?
Yes.
Like on a personal level for you, like how how is God's kingdom benefiting from you?
Yeah.
Like, you can't just be not saying it's wrong to just come to church and sit.
Yeah.
But like, how is God's kingdom benefiting from you? Because you're the only one benefiting the teachings, the blessings, or all of that.
How are you
But
giving
how are you
back?
giving back?
Yes.
Exactly.
Because you're sitting on something that could be helping the kingdom of God.
Exactly. So, how are you? There's something else I want to say. But how are you giving back to God's kingdom?
Yeah.
So that's why I would encourage someone to serve. And also, it's not just about joining a department, these common departments, communication, ushers, guest relations, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You could literally join tuck shop. You could go and pray. Serving doesn't only have to be limited to Sunday. You can just
That's right.
you can just pick a day during the week and say, oh, I'm going to help Holy Land. I'm going to clean here. I'm going to do this, that. There's a lot of work at Holy Land. There's so much work to be done. So you can just go there and volunteer. Like doing stuff in God's house on a voluntary basis. And you wanted to say something?
Oh, no. I was about to mention how you can easily volunteer at church.
Yeah. Like during the course of the week, not just on a Sunday, you can just go and volunteer.
Yeah, because also Prophet did say that serving is not a one-day thing
Exactly.
or once in a lifetime or once a week, only on Sundays. You can serve. You serve every day. You serve God basically every day in the way you speak to people, in the way you teach someone, speak to someone. That one word that you said to someone should bring someone closer to God one way or another every day, whoever you're speaking to, not take someone away from God. So you serve every day, and there's so many, the church has opened so many doors for us to give more and more acts of service. And I think we should take advantage of the opportunity,
Fact.
Yeah.
And also, since we're closing, I'm just going to read one comment from Frank Kolela, who says, the prophet said, whatever breaks your heart reveals what you are called to heal. Wherever you see mistakes reveals where you may choose to serve, which is a good point. If you see that, even here on the talk show, if you see that sometimes our shots, the cameraman is shaking or something,
Yeah.
you can say, oh, this is where I can improve. I can come here to improve this place. So it's also how can you improve God's kingdom, stuff like that. So where you see a mistake, go there to help.
Actually, that's how I'm sorry if you're watching, my departmental lead actually joined ushering, because he said he kept hearing how back in the day ushers were ill-treating people. So I was like, okay, I want to see what I can do different in the department. And now he's where he is now.
Yeah.
Wow.
True.
So thank you so much, Frank, for that comment. That's a very good
That
comment.
was Frank Latima. But
No, it's Frank Kolela.
cool. And so, can I make an announcement?
Go ahead.
Thank you. So, we are opening the youth center on Saturday, the 2nd.
Yes.
2nd, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool, the 2nd of September. So, we're inviting all the youth out there to come join us. What time?
The bus will be at Gandhi Square. If you're using the bus will be at Gandhi Square at 9 a.m. in the morning. But if you're using your own means of transport, please be at Holy Land by 10:30 a.m. 10:30 a.m. And come expectant. Come ready. Have fun. You know, we're opening the youth center and let's go.
Danko.
Let's do this.
Also, Let's Go t-shirts will be available for sale. And
Ooh.
yeah. And it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you on Saturday. And
You seeing all of the cameramen.
no, the people watching at home.
I
Understand?
get you, man. I get you.
Yeah. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we'll see you guys again next week, same time, same place. And till we see each other again, shalom.
Shalom.